The scent of roasted yam filled our small living room as I finally sat down to eat. My mother had just placed the plate in front of me, smiling like she always did whenever I came home. I barely took 3 bites when my phone vibrated. Unknown to her, my weekend was already in danger. I glanced at the screen. Boss. My stomach tightened. I quickly wiped my fingers and answered. Agent Val, where are you? His voice came rough and cold, like always. I shot to my feet, out of habit, even though he wasn't physically there. Sir, I'm at home. Report to my office immediately. Urgent. You have 5 minutes. The line went dead. I exhaled slowly, frustration burning quietly inside me. So much for my peaceful weekend. I had just returned home after months away. I planned to spend real time with my mother for once. But that's the life you sign up for when you wear the badge. In this job, your time isn't yours. Your life isn't yours. Everything belongs to the government. And deep down, I knew that when I joined the Department of State Services, still it didn't make moments like this hurt any less. I walked back toward the kitchen. Before I could even speak, my mother looked up from the pot she was rinsing. One look at my face, and she already knew. She sighed softly. That was your office, wasn't it? She asked gently. When will I see you again? I forced a small smile and pulled her into a hug. Soon, Mom. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Once I'm free, I'll come back. She didn't argue. She never did. That somehow made it worse. 1 hour later, DSS quarters, Owerri. As my car rolled through the gates, my mind kept racing. Why the urgency? Nothing major had happened recently. The post-election operations were already wrapped up. I wasn't handling any sensitive fieldwork either. So why me? I pushed the thought aside and headed straight to my boss's office. When I entered, he wasn't alone. Seated beside him was Agent Mike, the man in charge of the state governor's security detail. My instincts sharpened immediately. Something big was coming. My boss looked up with a hard frown. Agent Val, I gave you 5 minutes. You took an hour. Sorry, sir. He leaned back slowly. I'm reassigning you. Effective immediately, you are now attached to the state governor's security team. Any objections? My heartbeat skipped. This was unexpected. None, sir. But inside, questions were already piling up. We hadn't lost any personnel on the governor's team. So why bring me in? My boss nodded toward Agent Mike. He'll brief you. Agent Mike opened a slim file and studied me briefly before speaking. Valentine Okoye, 26, law degree, excellent record in law school, international exposure, unmarried, royal family background. He looked up. Have you ever seen real combat? I blinked slightly. No, sir. Good. That one word didn't sound comforting. He closed the file halfway. The governor's daughter is returning to the state this evening. Age 24. Harvard graduate. First time coming home since her father became governor. I stayed silent, listening carefully. Agent Mike continued. She agreed to come back on one condition: no visible security, no bodyguards, no restrictions. She wants to live freely and move around like a normal citizen. I already knew where this was going. He leaned forward slightly. But that cannot happen. My jaw tightened. The governor needs someone young, educated, and believable. Someone who can stay close to her as a friend without her ever knowing she's being protected. His eyes locked onto mine. That someone is you. The room went quiet. I nodded slowly. I understand, sir. A small smile almost escaped me. I think I've seen something like this in a... Shut up. The words hit like a slap. This is real life, Agent Val, not a movie. My smile vanished instantly. If you mess this up, he continued coldly, you won't just lose your job. The governor is very close to the president. He can end your career permanently. My chest tightened. Understood. Loud and clear. Agent Mike's voice softened slightly, but the weight remained. The governor has enemies, plenty of them. And you are about to take on one of the most sensitive assignments in this command. As I stood there, the reality finally settled in. This would be my first real field assignment. No desk, no paperwork, no safety net. Just me and a rebellious governor's daughter who didn't even know I existed yet. And something deep in my gut told me, this mission was not going to be simple.